Hello, my name is Elijah Williams. I'm here with Greenfield-Central Radio TV, and today I'm with Coach McConnell. So how are you doing today, Coach McConnell?
Good. It's pretty warm out here on the turf, but I'm doing well.
That's good to hear. I know soccer isn't as popular here in the States as it is everywhere else in the world. So what made you want to coach soccer?
Yeah, I started playing soccer when I was young, and just played growing up. Went on and played in college a little bit, and came back to Greenfield, and never actually dreamed I'd probably be coaching soccer. But then some things kind of lined up, and who most people in the school know as Mr. Manning was actually the head soccer coach at the time. And he and I met, and he gave me the opportunity to start coaching, and it's started then, and it's been great ever since.
So what did you learn as a player that translated into coaching?
That's a really good question. Honestly, just the commitment level that it takes to reach the next level and to progress in your playing as an athlete and as a soccer player. The hard work that's involved, and the wear and tear it has on your body as you go, and trying to manage and help players learn how to take care of their bodies in season so that they're ready to go at any moment.
So you mentioned before that you played soccer previously.
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever have any dreams of playing for a professional club?
Probably when I was really young, but not any real serious dreams by any means.
So let's move on to our team.
Yeah.
So Coach McConnell, is there any players you look forward to working with this season?
There are players I've had a good time working with this season. It's always fun to work with your senior class, especially, and this season has been no exception. All the way across the board. I think we have 9 seniors, including a couple of new faces. But everybody, Caden Heiner and Camden Yost and Kel Caldwell and Devlin Richard, Parker Takash. The list, there's 9 of them, and they're really enjoyable to work with.
I've heard of them. So most people think soccer is just kicking a ball, but there's a lot of finely tuned motor skills involved. Is there anything in particular you've noticed with those players?
Yeah, I think they've all, especially the 7 of them that aren't new to soccer. 2 of them are new, but the 7 of them have really spent a lot of their growing up and a lot of their life working on technical skills, what we would call technical skills. So being able to handle a ball well with your feet. And to your point, it does sometimes look like it's just kicking a ball, but it isn't. There's a lot more skill to it on how to bend a ball or curve a ball one way or the other, or to keep a ball low but keep a lot of power behind the shot or the pass. And they've spent a lot of time working on that, those technical abilities for sure.
When you look at a player, what skills do you look for, like in terms of chemistry, in terms of just overall skills?
Yeah, I think when we talk about what skills we look for in players, honestly, there's 3 big things I kind of look for. And one of them, it's a little redundant to your question, but one of them is just attitude, their overall skill and work ethic. And to talk about all 3 of those, we look for, and it sounds weird to talk about a skill question with attitude, but your attitude means everything. And your positive attitude can really make it so that the chemistry on the team works and is better all of the time, that you fit well and others fit well with you. Your skill that we look for, I'd love for a kid to be able to play with a ball at their feet very close and controlled, and be able to make the ball do what they want it to do. That doesn't just happen overnight. And then their work ethic is just how hard are you going to work? How badly do you want it? Do you feel like you are entitled, or you are owed something, or do you feel like you have to go earn it every day? And so those are really the 3 things we look for in that player. Yeah. Mentality
is a very important part of every sport. Yeah. So, when you do workouts with players, what recovery would you suggest?
The recovery is a tough one because the high school season for soccer is very short. And so, whereas we would like to play like a maximum of maybe 2 matches spread out over 4 days, 5 days, or maybe even ideally once a week. I think you mentioned soccer and the rest of the world. I think the standard is that they play like 1 a week typically. Recovery is very important. So what you bring into your body, staying hydrated. It's hot out here right now. It's hot during games. You sweat a lot, so intake of fluids consistently, and then taking care of any kind of dings or hurt muscles or whatever. We use foam rollers to roll out our muscles a lot. We just include diet and light exercise as much as possible, just to stay fit and ready to go.
So let's take a step towards the state of the current team.
Yeah.
So far, the season has been rocky. Are there any adjustments you'd like to make going into the next season?
Well, this season had a difficult start in some ways. We started 1-8-1, but a lot of those matches were very close. We held Carmel, who was at the time I think number 2 in the state. We held them to 3 goals in a match, and really in just a 15-minute time frame. And then other matches were really just 1 call away, or you lose to Mount Vernon by a goal. But in our last 4 matches, we've won 3 of those, and one of them, the one we lost, was by 1 goal. And so right now, it's kind of nice at the end of the season to feel like we are moving up, and we're sort of getting to the place where we're peaking, heading into sectional play next week. We also have kind of dealt with some injuries, like a key injury to Caden Heiner, who's a captain, senior captain, and he's been out for several weeks, and Grayson Young, who was our leading scorer at the time, and he's gone out. And so now we've kind of found a rhythm to get back. Last night, Caden Heiner came back, and we had a great senior night last night with a convincing win over Newcastle. And so before we even look into next season, we certainly are looking forward to see what the boys have come sectionals next week.
So despite the struggles of the early season, how did you keep the players encouraged to keep moving, keep playing, and move through it?
Yeah, it is difficult to do that. That's a good question, how we keep kids playing through adversity. But we talk about life a lot, and there are going to come times in life where you face things that are not what you want to face, whether that's things like problems with your car or death in a family or difficulties at work. Those things are going to happen. And so it gave us a moment to continue to encourage them, like, hey, this is going to happen. It's good practice for the rest of your life. And we keep plugging, we keep moving forward, we keep doing our thing, and then it falls together.
So how do you look to develop young players who are new to the sport of soccer and new to the GC program?
Yeah, that's a good question, and hopefully a lot of their development has started before they get to high school. Personally, I coach for a local club called Indiana Impact, and we, and several of us actually on the coaching staff do that, and we try to help develop those kids when they're young, so that when they get to high school, they're already well onto that path. But then when you get to high school, sometimes it's a little bit of a rude awakening, and so we start as early in the summer, really even a bit in the spring, but in the summer we really start training to get them to a place of fitness, because to play high school soccer, like we said earlier, short season, it's hard on your body. You need to be as fit as you can be to come into it. And then we try to up their level of intensity and their speed of play so that they can get accustomed to it as quickly as possible.
So overall, how do you think the sport of soccer has progressed?
Yeah, it's a lot different than when I started. I started several years ago, and even the style of play that we play today is a much more advanced style of play than we played when I first started coaching. And I think that is true not just for Greenfield-Central, but for soccer across the United States. The sport of soccer also, everybody that is involved in soccer is really hopeful for next summer, which when the World Cup comes to the United States and Canada and Mexico, and we hope that will even further move that along. We see lots and lots and lots of kids that want to play all the time, and it just seems to be going up.
Lastly, what are you looking forward to for the rest of your coaching career?
When we talk about my coaching career, I'm probably a little different than other coaches because I've never had aspirations to become something more than what I am at any given time. So what I see for the rest of my coaching career is honestly just spending time here coaching at GC, coaching kids in club, and just enjoying the community of soccer around this area.
It's very interesting. You have some really interesting opinions. That's all the time we have for today. Thank you for watching. This is Elijah Williams signing off.